Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Young Minds. Today we discuss about the question paper of JEE Mains examination conducted on January 25th. Okay, that is the first session, which is conducted on 29th January 2025. This is the second shift question paper. First we discuss about the questions asking from first year concepts. Okay, what is the first question? Match list 1 with the list 2. What are given? Young's modulus, torque, coefficient of viscosity, and gravitational constant, and their dimension formulas are given. Okay, we can match these two. Okay, first we discuss about the first one. What is that? Young's modulus. Young's modulus Y is equal to what? Formula: stress by strain. Stress by strain means what? Force per area by strain means what? Change in dimension by original dimension. Okay, that means force by area means what? M L T power minus 2 by L square by M power 0 L power 0 T power 0. Why? Because strain is defined as the ratio of, that means it is the ratio of same kind of physical quantities, that means change in dimension by original dimension. So it is doesn't have any dimension formula. So the Young's modulus having the same dimension of stress only, so which is equal to M L power minus 1 T power minus 2. So from the given options, Young's modulus is M L power minus 1 T power minus 2. Okay, similarly B. What is B? Torque. Torque is equal to what? R F sine theta. You know very well. Torque is equal to product of perpendicular distance, okay, and action of force, which is equal to what? R means L, F means what? M L T power minus 2. Sine theta, you know, according to limitations of dimensional analysis, exponential functions, trigonometric functions, as well as logarithmic function doesn't have any dimensional formulas, so that which is equal to what? M L square T power minus 2. So according to given option, torque is equal to what? ML square T power minus 2. And third one, C. What is that? Coefficient of viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity is represented by eta, which is obtained from definition of viscous force. Force is equal to what? Eta into A into dV by dx. You know, here dV by dx is nothing but velocity gradient. So from this one, you can write coefficient of viscosity eta is equal to F by A into dV by dx. F is equal to what? ML T power minus 2 by A means what? L square. dV means what? Velocity. L T power minus 1 by L. Okay, LL is cancelled. So when L square go to the numerator, M L power minus 1 into T power minus 1. Whether because T power minus 1 go to the numerator, it is nothing but plus. So M L power minus 1 T power minus 1. So coefficient of viscosity is nothing but what is ML power T power ML power minus 1 T power minus 1. So and the fourth one, what is that? Gravitational constant. Okay, from Newton's law of gravity, Newton's law of gravitation law, what is that? Force existing between two masses, okay, is given by G into M1 M2 by R square. That implies here G is called universal gravitational constant. G is equal to what? F into R square by mass into mass. What is that? Mass square. So it may write M L T power minus 2 into L square by M means what? Mass. Mass means what? Capital M whole square. So when it is go to the numerator, M power minus 1 L cube T power minus 2. So according to given option, gravitational constant is nothing but what I say? M power minus 1 L cube T power minus 2. Okay, that's it. The second question, match list 1 with the list 2. Actually, the second question is also specific from units and measurement lesson. Okay, second, what is the first one? Magnetic induction, magnetic intensity, magnetic flux, magnetic moment. Okay, and the units are given. Now we can match these list 1 with the list 2. Okay, first one, magnetic induction. Magnetic induction. Okay, what is magnetic induction? Is nothing but B. Magnetic field. It means magnetic field, force acting on unit north pole at a given point inside a magnetic field is called magnetic field induction or magnetic field intensity at that point. So what is that? B is equal to F by M. F is equal to what? Newton. Okay. Pole strength is nothing but ampere meter. So Newton per ampere meter. But there is no unit is given. So that magnetic induction is having one more unit that is called Gauss. That means called if N is equal to 1 Newton, 1 ampere meter. That means the force acting on pole of strength 1 ampere meter is 1 Newton, then the magnetic field intensity at that point is equal to what? 1 Gauss. Okay, so the another unit equal to what? Gauss. That means 1 Newton by 1 ampere meter equal to what? 1 Gauss. Okay, so according to given one, magnetic induction is nothing but what I say? Gauss. Okay, next one, magnetic intensity. Magnetic intensity. Okay, actually it is represented by H. The magnetic intensity H is equal to what? B by mu. That means what? Magnetic induction per permeability. Magnetic induction per permeability, which is equal to what? Ampere. Ampere. What is that? Ampere per meter. Ampere per meter. It is nothing but what is that? It is nothing but unit, say called ampere meter. Ampere meter. Okay, right? Ampere meter. Magnetic intensity equal to ampere meter. Next, magnetic flux. Magnetic flux. Okay, magnetic flux phi is equal to what? BA cos theta, isn't it? So magnetic flux phi is equal to BA cos theta is measured in terms of Weber. What is that? Weber. So magnetic flux is nothing but as a Weber. Or B is equal to what? Gauss into meter square. That means 1 Gauss per meter square is equal to what? 1 Weber. Okay, right. Next, D, magnetic moment. Magnetic moment. Okay, magnetic moment M is equal to what? I into A. That means what? I is equal to current, ampere. Ampere. Okay, area means area. Ampere meter square. Ampere meter square. Actually, it is also obtained from pole strength. That means pole strength into length of the bar magnet. Ampere meter into meter. That means ampere meter square. So magnetic moment. What is it? Ampere meter square. This is the unit of magnetic moment. Okay, right. Okay, the third question asked me from errors concept. What is that? A physical quantity Q is related to 4 observables A, B, C and D as follows. Q is equal to A B power 4 by CD, where A is given, B is given, C and D is also given. Then percentage of error in Q is X by 1000, where X is equal to what? This is asking. Okay, to see, according to known formulas, any physical quantities depends on number of observables. If the percentage of change occur in that quantity is depends on all observables. Okay, so the algebraic sum of the percentage of errors in all observables gives rise to percentage of error of that given physical quantity. Okay, what is given? The given physical quantity Q depends on 4 observables. What are those? A, B, C as well as D. Okay, that implies percentage of error in given physical quantity, that means delta Q by Q into 100 is equal to delta A by A into 100 plus how many times depends on B? 4 times. That means what? 4 into delta B by B into 100 plus delta C by C as well as delta D by D into 100 plus delta D by D into what? 100. Okay, right. Now from this one I would like to take 100 becomes common. Delta A by A. What is the A is given 60 plus or minus 3 Pascal. That means what? Delta A is equal to what? 3. A is equal to what? 60. That means 3 by 60 plus 4 into delta B. 0.1. 0.1 by 20. Okay, plus delta C by C. What is that? 0.2 by 40 plus delta D by D. That means what? 0.1 by 50. Okay, so it may write like this. 3 by 60 means what? 1 by 20. 1 by 20 means what? 0. How much? 0.05. Okay, plus 0.1 by 5. That means what? 1 by 5 means what? 0.02. 0.02 plus 0.2 by 40. That means 0.1 by 20. 0.1 by 20 means same. What is that? 0.005. 005 plus 0.1 by 50 is equal to what? 0.002 into 100. So it may be right like this. What you get? The answer becomes what? 0.05 plus 0.02, 0.07 plus 0.009 plus 0.07 equal to what? 0.077. So answer equal to what? 7. But in a given question, x is equal to what? So it may be right. Therefore, x by 1000 is equal to what? 7.7 by 1000 is equal to 7,700 by 1000, which is equal to what? 7.7. So what is according to given option? That means given x is equal to what? 7,700. This is the answer for this question. Okay, right. Okay, the fourth question, assertion and reason type. What is assertion is given? There are 3 particles A, B and C. They are moving with velocities 5, 2 and 4. Okay, what is assertion? 3 identical spheres of same mass undergo one-dimensional motion as shown in figure. Okay, with initial velocities are given. If we wait sufficiently long for elastic collision to happen, then BA is given, BB is given, BC also given, will be the final velocities. What is the reason? In an elastic collision between identical masses, 2 objects exchange their velocities. Okay, by seeing the statement itself in reason, it seems to be correct. But whether the assertion is correct or not, we should verify it. Okay, what is that? First 2 bodies. This is A. Okay, and this is what I say B. Okay, before collision, this is what I say before collision. Before collision, what is velocity of A? 5 meter per second. Velocity of B is 2 meter per second. Okay, next after collision. After collision. Okay, according to elastic collision concepts, when identical masses participate in one-dimensional elastic collision, what happens? Their velocities are exchanged. So after collision, velocity of A is equal to what? 2 after exchange. Okay, what is that? Velocity of B is say equal to what? 5. Okay, next this B is collision with C. So what happened? Next B. This is what? Before collision. Before collision. This is B and this is what I say C. VB is equal to what? 2. VB is equal to what? 2. VC is equal to what? 4. Okay. Next what happened after collision? After collision, what happened? This is B and this is what I say C. After collision, what happened? VB double dash. Okay, why? Because this is the VB dash. Okay, right. What happened? VB dash is equal to what? 4. After exchange in one-dimensional collision, velocities. So similarly, VC dash is equal to what? VC dash is equal to what? 2. VC dash is equal to what? So finally, after collision, what happened? VA dash is equal to what? 2. VB double dash is equal to what? 4. Okay, and VC is equal to what? 2. What is given? VA is equal to what? 5 meter per second. VB is equal to 2 meter per second. This is the velocities before collision. But after collision, what happened? VA is equal to what? 4. It is wrong. VB is equal to 2. It is wrong. VC is equal to what? 5. But we get 2. So the assertion is wrong. But reason it may be correct. What is the statement? In an elastic collision between identical masses, two objects exchange their velocities. Yes, it is correct. Okay, so the answer for this question is assertion is wrong, reason is correct. Okay, that's it. Okay, the fifth question. Sand dropper drops sand of mass mt on a conveyor belt at a rate of proportional to the square root of the speed of the belt. That equal dm by dt is proportional to root v. Okay, if p is the power delivered to run the belt at constant speed, then which of the following relationship is true? This is asking. That means in the given options, the relation obtained in between power and velocity. Okay, according to known formula, power P is equal to what? Dot product of force and velocity. Force and velocity. So, establish the relation between P and V, you should eliminate M. That means this force may be written as rate of change of momentum, isn't it? dP by dt, isn't it? dP by dt into V. So it may be right d by dt of M into V. Okay, into V equal to what? V into dm by dt. Why? Because in the given question itself, you should maintain if P is the power delivered to run the belt at constant speed. That means what? Here velocity, that means speed remains kept constant. Okay, by change mass with respect to time. So into V. So it may write, what is that? dm by dt into what? V into V. What is it? V square. Okay, moreover, accordingly given, what is given? This change in mass with respect to time is directly proportional to square root of velocity. So it may be right dm by dt is equal to some constant c into v power 1 by 2. That means root v is equal to v power 1 by 2. So I would like to replace dm by dt equal to c into v power 1 by 2 in this equation. Therefore, power p is equal to c into v power 1 by 2 into what? V square. So it may be right. P is equal to what? Constant c into v power 5 by 2, isn't it? 1 by 2 plus 2, that means 5 by 2. Okay, therefore, squaring on both sides, that implies p square is equal to what? C into v power 5. That implies p square is directly proportional to what? Velocity power 5 times. Isn't, because c is a constant, so according to given option, D is the correct one. Okay, right. Okay, right. The sixth question. 3 equal masses M are kept at vertices ABC of an equilateral triangle. So this is an equilateral triangle. Of its vertices, there are 3 identical masses. Okay, are supposed to be kept. Okay, in free space. At time t is equal to 0, they are given an initial velocity VA equal to V naught into AC bar. VA is equal to what? V naught into AC bar. V naught into AC bar time. Okay, alright. Similarly, VB is equal to V naught into BA bar. What is that? VB is equal to what? V naught into BA bar along this side. V naught. At time t is equal to 0, their velocities. Okay. And VC is equal to what? V naught into CB. V naught into CB. Okay. Here, AC bar, BA bar, and CB bar, okay, are unit vectors along the edges of triangle. If the 3 masses interact gravitationally, then the magnitude of the net angular momentum of the system at point of collision is, suppose this particle is rotate along this one, this particle is rotate along this one, this particle is rotate along this one. So both are intersected at the centroid of this equilateral triangle. So actually this centroid is how much distance? How much distance from alongside AB? Same distance alongside AC. Same distance alongside AB also. Okay, so that find then the magnitude of the net angular momentum. What is asking? Net angular momentum. Net angular momentum. Okay, due to three identical particles. Three identical particles of same masses is L is equal to what? 3 into R bar cross P bar. It's equal to 3 into R perpendicular. Actually, what is R? R is the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. So R perpendicular into what? M into V. R perpendicular into M into V. Here we don't know the R perpendicular distance. So to calculate that one, once again you can redraw the diagram. Okay, to see this is A, point A, this is vertices B, this is vertices C. So actually the side is nothing but what I say A. Okay, so the centroid is exactly geometrical center of this equilateral triangle. So this point is at a distance equal to what say called R. So you should find this R value. This is the R perpendicular distance from axis of rotation. So actually when you join this centroid with the first particle, any one of the particle lies at the corner of this vertices of this equilateral triangle, which makes an angle say called what? 30 degree. Why? Because this is an equilateral triangle. So this is the angle is equal to what? 30 degree. So this total length is equal to A. So this length is equal to what? A by 2. So from this one you can write tan 30 degrees. Tan 30 is equal to what? Opposite by adjacent. That means what? R by A by 2. That implies R is equal to what? A by 2 into tan 30. Which is equal to what? A by 2 into what? 1 by root 3. Why? Because tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. Okay. So net angular momentum due to net angular momentum due to three particles which are interact with gravitationally. So L bar is equal to what? 3 into R. What is the R? R perpendicular to what? A by 2 root 3. Okay, into mass. Mass of each particle is equal to what? M, identical. That means M into initial velocity. V is equal to what? Velocity. Initial velocity is given. What is that? M into what is that? V naught is given. So M into V naught. So this may be right like this. So 1 root 3 is remaining. That means what? Root 3 by 2. Okay, into A into M into V naught. So this is the net angular momentum due to these three identical masses lies at the three vertices of this equilateral triangle. Moreover, these three masses are interact gravitationally. So the net angular momentum of this system, okay, is equal to what? Root 3 by 2 times of A into M into V naught. Okay, right. Okay, the seventh question. Two bodies A and B of equal masses are suspended from two massless springs of spring constants K1 and K2 respectively. If the bodies oscillate vertically such that their amplitudes are equal, the ratio of the maximum velocity of A to the maximum velocity of B is. Okay, the given question may be shown pictorially. What is that? Two bodies A and B of equal masses are suspended from the two massless springs of spring constant K1 and K2 respectively. Moreover, if the bodies are oscillate vertically such that their amplitudes are equal, so that there are two springs. What kind of springs? These are massless springs. Okay, their spring constants are given. The first spring of spring constant K1 and second spring of spring constant K2. Okay, to their ends there are two bodies A and B are supposed to be suspended vertically. Moreover, these two are oscillate. Okay, with the amplitudes say A1 and A2, both are same. The amplitude is represented by A, capital A. What is amplitude? Amplitude is nothing but maximum displacement from its mean position. That is given, both are same amplitude. So what is the maximum velocity of A to the maximum velocity of B? You know one thing, in SHM, the maximum velocity is equal to what? V is equal to what? A into omega. Here A is equal to what? Amplitude. Omega is the angular velocity. Okay, so velocity of A, maximum velocity of A to the maximum velocity of B is equal to what? A1 into omega 1 by A2 into omega 2. A1 is the amplitude of the first spring. A2 is the amplitude of second spring. But both are same. So according to given, A1 is equal to A. It's omega 1 by A2 is equal to also A into what? Omega 2. Both are cancelled, which is equal to what? Omega 1 by omega 2. Moreover, when a particle in SHM oscillate, that means in simple harmonic motion, its angular velocity is equal to what? 2 pi into root over, what is that? K by M. K by M, sorry. Yes, K by M. So that, here to see, mass is also same, 2 pi is also same. So, how they are related with each other? Velocity is directly proportional to spring constant. That means what? Therefore, VA by VB is equal to what? 2 pi into root over K1 by M by 2 pi into root over K2 by M. Why? Because both springs are identical masses. Okay, two bodies of equal masses. So, mass is also same, 2 pi also same. That means what? Root over K1 by K2. Therefore, maximum velocity of A2, maximum velocity of B is equal to root over K1 by K2. This is the answer for this question. Why? Because here to see, velocity is equal to what? Directly proportional to spring constant. More the spring constant, more the velocity. Okay, less the spring constant, less the velocity. Okay. The 8th question. Two planets A and B are orbiting a common star in a circular orbits of radii RA and RB respectively. Okay, with RB is equal to 2 RA. The planet B is 2 times more massive than planet A. The ratio of LB by LA. Here L is equal to what? Angular momentum. Okay, of angular momentum of LB of planet B to that of planet A. Okay, is closest to integer. Okay, right. To see, there are two planets. Okay, orbiting a common star. Suppose this is a common star. Its mass is supposed to be what? M. Okay, around this common star, two planets are supposed to be orbiting. Okay, this is planet A. This is planet A. So the radius of this orbiting path is say RA. Second planet, say called B, it is also orbiting around this same common star. Okay, of mass is M. So its radius is 2 times the radius of planet A. Okay, this is the information is given. Okay, right. Two planets, right. This first you can write planet A. Okay, and we take another planet B. Okay, two planets. Okay, orbiting a common star in a circular orbit of radii RA and RB. So radius of planet A is equal to RA. Radius of planet B is equal to what? RB. But this R is equal to 2 times. That means 2 times of radius of planet A. Okay. Moreover, the planet B is 4 root 2 times more than massive than planet A. So mass of planet A is small. So supposed to take small m. Equal to what? Ma. But mass of planet B is how many times more than? 4 root 2 times more than mass of planet A. Okay. Next, what is asking? Angular momentum of planet A is L. Angular momentum of planet A is LA, and angular momentum of planet B is what? LB. What is asking? The ratio of LB by AA. What is asking? Therefore, LB by LA is equal to what? This is supposed to be asking. Okay, we know that angular momentum of orbiting means rotating or material or rotating object, angular momentum L is equal to what? R into P. That means R bar cross P bar. It may write simply R into M into V. Why? Because momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Here the planets are, that means the planets are orbiting around the common star. So their velocity is equal to what? Orbiting velocity. So we know one thing, here R into, here R is the radius, supposed to say capital R, no problem. Capital R. Okay, that means what? Capital R into mass of planet M into its orbiting velocity around a circular path is equal to root over GM by R. GM by R. What is that? Root over GM by R. Okay, GM by R. Now it may be simply write M into root over G into M into R. Why? Because when one R is taken outside, then root R is that means this is written as root R into root R. So one root R cancel, one root R is remaining. So root over mg. Therefore LB by LA, this is required, is equal to, it means angular momentum of planet B by angular momentum of planet A, their ratio is equal to what? M mass of planet B into root over radius of planet B. Why? Because G, universal gravitational constant, is common, as well as mass of the common star is also common. So by MA into root RA. So MB is equal to what? MB is equal to 4 root 2 into MA by MA into root RB. Root RB means radius of planet B is equal to what? 2 times of planet A. That means what? Root 2 RA under root by RA. Planet of mass of radius of planet A is equal to what? RA. So these two are cancelled. 4 root 2 into 2. 4 root 2 into root 2 is equal to what? 8. Approximately equal to what? LB by LA is equal to what? 8. Okay. Right. The ninth question, assertion and reason type. Assertion is given with the increase in the pressure of an ideal gas. Pressure is increases. The volume falls off more rapidly in isothermal process in comparison to the adiabatic process. Okay. So first you can discuss, analyze this assertion statement. With the increase in the pressure of an ideal gas, the volume falls off more rapidly in isothermal process. Okay, when you draw indicator diagram, pressure is take along the y-axis, volume is take along the x-axis. Okay, right. To see what is given with the increase in pressure, that means pressure is supposed to be increases. Okay, the volume falls off. Volume is happen. What happened? Falls off. That means how both are dependent? Inversely dependent, isn't it? That means we can draw a graph by volume is falls, okay, while pressure is increases. That means this is what I say, isothermal. It is the isothermal process, graph drawn between pressure and volume. Okay, what is given with the increase in pressure? With the increase in pressure, volume happen, falls down more rapidly in adiabatic. While you draw adiabatic graph, it is also shown like this. This is what is a adiabatic process. Adiabatic process. Okay, what happened? Pressure is decreases here. Sorry, pressure is what? Increases. Pressure is increases. So what it is indicated as compression, isn't it? It is nothing but to say compression. Okay, so pressure is inversely proportional to volume. That implies what? Pressure into volume is equal to what? Constant for isothermal process. Okay, so this is the statement. What is it? Pressure into volume is equal to constant. Okay, is nothing but what I say? Isothermal process. Okay, next one. That means from according to this assertion, with the increase in the pressure of an ideal gas, the volume falls off more rapidly in isothermal process in comparison to the adiabatic. Yes, obviously it is correct, no problem. Second.
Okay, the 10th question. A cup of coffee falls from 90 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius in T minutes when the room temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. The time taken by the similar cup of coffee to cool from 80 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius at the same room temperature is. Okay, to see. Here to see, a cup of coffee initially is at 90 degrees Celsius. It is its temperature is fallen from 90 to 80 degrees Celsius in tea time. Okay, while your maintained room temperature is at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, now what happened? Now the same cup of coffee is its temperature fallen from 80 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius in take some other time. Okay, it is nothing but T dash. Okay, while your maintained room temperature is at the same 20 degrees Celsius. This is the question. What is T dash is asking. Okay, here to see from Newton's law of cooling. From Newton's law of cooling. What is that? The rate of cooling. That means the rate of heat lost by the hot body. That means what? dQ by dt is always directly proportional to difference in temperature between body and its surroundings. That means what? dQ by dt is equal to some constant k into Tb minus Ts. Here Tb is equal to what? Here Tb, that means body temperature equal to what? Average temperature. Average temperature of the body. That means what? Therefore, initially it is at 90, fallen its temperature to 80 degrees Celsius in time, say called T, is equal to some constant K into average temperature of the body, hot body. What is that? 90 plus 80 by 2 minus surrounding temperature, it means room temperature. It is at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, similarly, next it is fallen from 80 degrees Celsius to 60. It will take some time called T dash is equal to K into 80 plus 60. That means average temperature of the hot body minus surrounding temperature. Okay, now this equation is divided by this equation. So what happened? This K is cancelled. 80 minus 10 means what? That implies 10 by T. 10 by T by what is that? 20 by T dash is equal to what? 170 by 2. That means 85. 85 minus 20, 65 by 80 plus 60 means what? 140. 70 minus 20 means what? 50. Okay, 9 1 ja, 9 3 ja by 9. 5 1 ja, 5 3 ja. That means similarly 5 10 ja. Okay, right. Therefore, you get what is the value? 10 by T into T dash by 20 is equal to what? 13 by 10. That means what? 10 1 ja, 10 2 ja. We require T dash. That implies T dash is equal to what is that? Not required. 2 1 ja, 2 5 ja also there. That means what? T dash is equal to 5 by 13 of T. So this is the time required to cool the hot coffee from 80 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius while you are maintain room temperature is at 20 degrees Celsius. This is the answer for this question. Okay, right.